it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Right to the air is Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Jackson taps this forward. Jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jaguars at 4-6 now in the year. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at...
He's got it, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. It has been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 22, Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You change it.
Throwing is Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're no too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
But in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bullet hot. Go.
On play action, Lawrence. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
ETN up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit. Hey, Charlie. Hey, order.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, I said it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready. Kill. Hey, stand up.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
He'll find Bateman once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Echo!
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence will throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. Out to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 23. And he's loose again. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A 77-yard punt return. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars take over a 1st down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, team sit. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Lawrence. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Jaguars take over a 1st down 10 at their own 23-yard
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Let's go now. Hey, hold it. Hey, box up, box up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson toward the sideline. It's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another toe for Etienne. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, report! Report!
Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Jackson will throw again. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And Jackson throwing once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing.